you see the interview that I did with Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother?
No.
So he said
no shot to you.
No, that's
I'm never watching it.
That's fine.
I just want to be clear.
First time I've been called a Nazi multiple times in just a few hours.
I'm never watching that.
I only brought it up.
Even now that you told me, I'm not going to go back and go look at that interview.
A lot of mentally ill liberals out there that somehow with all these fucking blacks and Jews and Mexicans around me, I guess I'm a Nazi somehow.
Because he's a fan.
But I just want to make it clear so you understand what I do with my time. Like, I'm never doing that. Okay, go ahead.
I just asked because he's a fan.
Either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. And if you're not a fan, then you don't watch it.
So I figured this day would come, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Hart is officially clapping back against the Breakfast Club and any other dissenter who had a problem with Tony Hinchcliffe at the Kevin Hart roast, including for the George Floyd joke that he made.
He got into a fist fight on a private plane, proof that no matter how much money black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas. Always fighting. You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
You can say a lot of his jokes were tasteless. However, the logic that a lot of these people have is that, well, if they don't care about that particular group, hence Charlie Kirk, then they don't mind the joke and you shouldn't police comedy and all this stuff. But then when it's George Floyd, oh, well, then it's too far, right? Now, that's not exactly what Hart's saying. Hart's just saying to pretty much get over it and that it's just comedy. And if you don't like it, don't laugh, which I agree with. We also have a clip of Tony responding himself that we'll get to after Hart's response. Let's go ahead and react to this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. But our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't it's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set, or one of the best sets, between Tony and Cheryl, and I would say Naeem had a really strong set.
Naeem had a very strong set. I was laughing out loud at Tony until that joke.
Until the joke.
But not even just that joke. I don't like when people joke about violent, tragic death. I like Pete's set, and then I was like, why you had to say anything about Charlie Kirk?
Pete had a great set too. Pete had a Charlie Kirk joke in it. Yeah. Like, would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Mm-hmm. Yes. Like, I'm not looking at Pete crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what, I know what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I know your style of comedy. I'm going to appreciate humor. I don't get affected by the attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like, do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? Like, what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Like, Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, fuck that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of like, oh, man, the motherfuckers, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that.
This is like a form of mental illness and control that people want to have, right? That they want. Not only is it bad enough that people already react like they're raving lunatics anytime they hear things they don't like, but they also are mad that you don't act like that. Isn't that crazy, guys? They think that they can control you too, for not having reacted. Like, no, you should be more upset. Like, man, get the heck up out of my face before I punch you in the nose with this nonsense. Like, nobody wants to be forced to have outrage over stupid jokes. Like, it is what the frick it is. You know, I personally don't like the jokes, including the George Floyd joke, but at the same time, again, these are the hypocrites who don't care about the Charlie Kirk joke. This is a guy who was talking and just sitting there not committing crimes and got shot in the neck, and plenty of people seemed like they thought that was hilarious. So I don't really give a crap what these people have to say about the George Floyd joke, honestly.
It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. And if you're not a fan, then you don't watch it.
Well, hey, it's really that simple. I mean, I think that's a good thing. If you don't like it, don't watch it. That applies to The Breakfast Club. I mean, I don't particularly watch that except to react, obviously, for this channel. If anybody feels any type of way about my channel, feedback's welcome. But at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't like it, then it's obviously not for them. And they could go watch other stuff. I mean, same thing for this Netflix special. I mean, I don't even have Netflix anymore. I canceled Netflix entirely because I didn't like the program they had going on. So, I agree with Hart's what he's saying here. And next we got Tony. And this is actually, I saw a little bit of this. This is actually kind of funny. So let's go ahead and react to this together.
Kevin Hart was something else, huh? It's the first time I've been called a Nazi multiple times in just a few hours. I guess that's what LA writers' rooms, all these a lot of mentally ill liberals out there that somehow with all these fucking blacks and Jews and Mexicans around me, I guess I'm a fucking Nazi somehow. I guess the guy that pulls names out of a bucket giving everybody an opportunity is a Nazi. Isn't that something? I was called that by a bunch of people that have never written anything in their lives, that literally have just been reading cue cards and teleprompters every project they've ever done, with the inability to improvise whatsoever, no opportunity to have their own thought. They just read what the writers wrote for them without any originality whatsoever. And the writers I used to work with, there's a few great writers in that writer's room, and the rest of them are just living in a bubble of mental illness, and it's very exciting. But, the most of it, you know what I mean? I got called a Nazi, gay, a racist over and over again. I'm none of those three things, a little fun fact. But they are they are fat, ugly, black, and Jewish. Everything I said was real about them, just a reminder. Because I woke up today, and even though every human that I've seen told me that it was unbelievable, there's news articles, because the news isn't real, nothing is real, that say that I got lit up by Chelsea Handler, which is very, very funny, because that's not what happened at all. You can't believe anything you see or read on the news anymore. You have to actually watch the thing for yourself. She was a bit of a cunt, I'll tell you that. She just kept coming at me over. She said I took the Saudi Arabia money. She was like wrong about things. The writers just didn't do her any justice. And then the teleprompter, the fun fact, the teleprompter only went down during my set, and it gave me a lot of opportunity to remind Chelsea Handler what she looks like and where her life is. Because she had it coming. Everybody wants to go up early in those things, and they put a lot of the people that they know will do good at the end, which is fucking bullshit, because some people turn off the television before that happens. And so what they don't realize, though, because they want to go up early when the crowd's all fresh, is that I'm sitting there watching what they're doing. So when Chelsea kept coming at me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this bitch up.
You're so loud.
It was so rough. I woke up looking like Chelsea Handler. That's how rough my night was. I just had like that Botox swollen, inflamed face that just, seems like you used to be successful 15 years ago and you're not anymore. You know what I mean? I just felt like that. Worst feeling. Thank God. Then I just took a 2-hour nap and I was back to being one of the best in the world. And no, I'm kidding. Shut up.
Wow, this guy. I take it you're not a fan of Handler. I mean, well, to your credit, neither am I. I mean, it's the one who was speaking out against Spencer Pratt in the video I just posted about yesterday, where she got exposed for being in the Epstein files and having dinner with Jeffrey Epstein.
Chelsea Handler went to dinner at Jeffrey Epstein's house in 2010. It's just a fun one. You can look it up. There's articles. It wasn't like a big party. There was like 7 people there. And it was like Prince Andrew and Woody Allen were there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea Handler.
And then she comes furiously typing on her keyboard like it was just one dinner. I didn't know about such and such, or this is where the case was at the time. All these excuses, right? But that's not what this video is about. It's mainly about the backlash, or should I say blacklash, that occurred. And at a certain point, guys, it just is what it is. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know I don't really care at all. If anything, I'll laugh in these people's faces if they try to get upset about each and every little thing, because being led by emotion is one of the biggest things and problems that people have, especially in the Black community. Unfortunately, it's encouraged, which leads people to make stupid decisions. It leads people to be outraged by any and everything, while ironically simultaneously having no sort of empathy or sympathy for the plights of others, the types of traumas that others deal with. For example, the people who are upset about Charlie Kirk's death. I mean, the majority of people, including the Black community, certainly people specifically on the left, not only could care less, they would actively make fun of it, and they didn't seem to have a problem with that. Murder wasn't the issue. When they say you can't make fun of people who get murdered, they feel like George Floyd was murdered by this police officer. Oh, you can't do that. But if somebody takes and snipes Charlie Kirk, a white conservative man, then, oh, it's the most funniest thing in the world. So you can really miss me with the BS, but these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies: Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
What do you want me to do? I'm supposed to drag him off? You want me to fight afterwards? You want me to turn it into what? That's not what I agreed to do. That's not the job at hand. The job at hand was to produce a successful roast, which I did.